1 year ago, I stood before you on this stage for my contestant speech, and I said, and I quote, "I want to go to IML, and I want to show them that here in LA, we're smart, we're sexy, and we get things done, and that we are going to go to Chicago, and that we are going to bring that title home." I am nothing if not a man of my word. Before I really start, I would like to get all of my thank yous out of the way for the evening. If I were to personally thank everybody who helped get me here to where I am today, we would be up here until long after the winner is announced. So to those of you who helped me on this journey, and you know who you are, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I am so truly blessed to have you in my life. I introduced myself to all of you on this stage a year ago, and in my painfully limiting 90 seconds, which I did not go over, by the way, I told you about the guy from Canada who was sick and tired of freezing his ass off and moved down here to Southern California. But tonight I would like to go a little bit further. I grew up in a small prairie city in Canada, and I can tell you that not a lot happens in Winnipeg. But things were good. I was an out gay man with a supportive family and a decent job. And it was very nice and it was very comfortable, and life was pretty good. But at a certain point, I had to ask myself, should anyone ever settle for pretty good? Yes, I had a nice life in Canada, but was I living my dream? No. Ever since I was a kid, I don't know what it was, I always used to dream of moving to LA. I remember watching TV shows out of California and thinking, I need to get there someday. I don't know what it was, but I had to make it happen. I was so drawn to it, and it is a beautiful place, this city in which we live. The beaches, the gritty streetscapes, a city that is deconstructed in such a beautiful way that with no one urban center, with a different flavor and a different personality in every neighborhood in which you go. A place with the kind of diversity to have anything you want or be anything you want. A place where I could reinvent myself. So one day, 5 years ago, I packed up and I moved here. Here I was. I didn't know anybody, but I didn't care. I was living my dream. And LA is that city. It's that city for dreamers and doers and go-getters. People don't come to this city to sit around. People come to the city to pursue the best possible version of themselves. People come here to think big. So here I was in this amazing place, and something really incredible happened. My life converged with all of yours. And I bonded with you. I was free to explore myself here among all of these incredible people in this amazing place. I met the love of my life. I met so many friends, so many of whom are in this room right now. And 1 year ago, I had a very special night. My life changed irreversibly the day that I became Mr. Los Angeles Leather. When I stood on this stage and put it all on the line, just like these guys are doing here tonight. And as a result, today I stand before you as someone who has changed dramatically from the guy who came here 5 years ago. You set me on quite the adventure, Los Angeles. I very often think back to IML, and one story continually comes to my mind. When I landed in Chicago for International Mr. Leather, it was nerve-wracking, to say the least. But something happened soon after I got there. As I checked my Facebook feed for the latest IML goings-on, I noticed something that really, really surprised me. People from the LA leather community, they were changing their Facebook profile pictures to pictures of themselves with me. A show of support for their title holder. These people from this fiercely contested competition, not 2 months in the past, were all of a sudden united in their support of their Mr. Los Angeles Leather. It didn't matter who they had been cheering for or who they were betting on to win Mr. LA, they were behind me 100%. I want you to know that that is something that is so special about the LA leather community, and that is what sets LA apart. You know, we have this contest and we have our favorites, but after tonight, we come together and we support our Mr. Los Angeles Leather no matter what. I will tell you it is hard to have the courage to step onto that IML stage. But I can tell you that every single time before I walked out in front of that audience, I closed my eyes and I thought of those Facebook pictures. And I smiled, and with the entire LA leather community at my back, I walked out on that stage and we won that contest. And everybody chipped in. Mike Gurley taught me how to strut. Guy Baldwin taught me to drink a little red wine before going on stage because it makes your veins pop. Lou Romano taught me how to stick my finger down my throat. Everybody chipped in, and that is the Los Angeles leather community. What I am trying to say is that I didn't do any of this alone. We did it together. We went to Chicago and we won IML. So I want you to take pride in that, because this year, this incredible year that we've had, belongs to all of us. So what did we do with our year? We stood on the steps of the Supreme Court when it was decided that our hope is not to be condemned to live in loneliness, excluded from one of civilization's oldest institutions, marriage, and that the Constitution grants us that right. We went to some really scary places, places like Uganda and Egypt, places where gay people are beaten up and jailed every single day just for being who they are. And we came home and we fundraised and we made noise about it. We talked about Japanese rope bondage with the leather community in Trinidad. We stayed up dancing all night until the sun came up. And hell, we even spoke at a Sunday morning church service wearing full leather. My point is this: the title year wasn't just mine, it was ours. We did this. Because in Los Angeles, we turn out winners. And I'm not talking about IML winners or title holders or contestants who look good in a sash. I'm talking about people who make a very big difference in this world. People who are the champions of important causes and who make their mark. I'm talking about people like Eric Paul Loya, who was but one small voice with a message about HIV prevention, who won this title and who is now the head of a major national free speech and advocacy organization. This is the Los Angeles leather community. This is what we do, and it's not something that we're going to stop. The friendship, the support, the diversity, the mentorship, it is what defines us and it's what makes us strong. We open doors for each other. That is why representing this title for you has been among the greatest honors of my life. So I want you to be proud, Los Angeles. Be proud of this city and this community that you've built, that you're a part of, and that you use to change so many lives. And I want you to know, and trust me, I've seen a lot of the world this year, and there is no place quite like this. Everyone who comes to Los Angeles does so to pursue their own unique dream. I thought I knew what mine was when I came here, but all of you showed me it was actually something very, very different. And for that, I thank you. I love you, Los Angeles. It has been a privilege and an honor. Thank you.